and welcome back to the channel. So what we're looking at here, this is an old Fleischmann engine I recently got from a toy fair somewhere, and the reason it's all stripped down is because it was a real screamer on the track, a real bad screeching noise. So luckily these are nice and easy to strip down. There's just 2 screws, bit of oil, and you can see it's much better now. So while we're here, we might as well have a quick look at it. Have a look at the body first. Body's all plastic, except in there, that bit there is a big chunk of metal for a weight, obviously. You can see the light channels for the old school bulbs it's got. Should be one at the front as well. Yeah, one there. That's the screw holes for holding it onto the chassis there. This engine is, as far as I can work out, from 1994, and the level of moulding detail on these is incredible, really. There's even a bit of cab detailing in there. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. What about like that? No, there's a little bit, but the motor sits in there anyway, but there's a little bit. But yeah, the detailing on these is pretty fantastic. You can see the printing's good, so this should be a class 94, I think that's what that means. The little steps up the side, the riveting, the door handle, and the sort of things to pull yourself up on the doors. Glazing, the like sun shields on those forward-facing windows. All this incredible pipe work along the top. I mean, that is amazing, isn't it, really? Gotta love the Germans, and you? But even the little extra cable work on that box there. Real good stuff. On the front we've got lights, as you saw. This is number 941730. Lined buffers. And more pipe work and various pumps and whatever on this side. So, I presume that's a builder's plate. Can we get that in? Can we get that? Is that readable? I can't read it on the little screen. But yeah, I think it is. Fantastic detailing. I mean, I don't know how much of it's separately fitted, but you know, there's a bit of dust on it, but there's no real glue marks or anything. Presumably these are little footholds. I don't know, I'm guessing. And these are made in Germany, not a Chinese jobby. Should say it somewhere. Or maybe not. I thought I saw it on there earlier. Anyway, that's the body. Fantastic stuff. Let's have a quick look at the chassis. I'll show you this bit first. It sits in there. There's the weight. Big chunk of metal there. Oops, the screws fell out. But yeah, big chunk of metal gives it even more weight. Let's put that screw back in before I lose it. And this is what's inside. A nice old school bulb at the back. Bit of back wall detailing. The excellent Fleischmann ring-filled motor. Best ring-filled motor ever made. Also featured in, or an equivalent, featured in the old Hornby Silver Seals, until they stopped using it for whatever reason. Interesting wheel configuration, an 010O. Not a common one. but a bit more detail on the side. Very intricate valve gear, the usual red wheel inserts. Another bulb at the front. Turn it around, have a look at the gears. Oh, one of those couplings, I don't know what they're called. Again, the excellent valve gear. And this was what was all sort of jammed and gummed up in here. Now it looks good. It's quite smooth. There's 2 screw holes that hold the body on. Oh, that's where I saw it. Fleischmann, made in Germany. It's got a sprung couplings and the old accessories trigger there. Yeah, marvels of engineering these. So I'll put this back together and we'll give it a quick run, see how much it's actually quietened down. So back in a minute. So there she is, all back together. Seems to be running quite nicely. I do have a box for this one, so I'll show you what that is. So this is a Fleischmann 4094. That's all it says on the box. It's one of these boxes, which I'm sure you've seen before, with the polystyrene bottom. I've downloaded the paperwork from the internet, which just gives you how to take it apart, where to lubricate it and all that sort of stuff. But it's a nice looking loco, I think. Also, it's got an interesting wheel configuration of 010O, something you don't see very often. And also, despite that wheel config, all the wheels have flanges. There's quite a bit of movement in them, to be fair, but yeah, all the wheels have flanges on. But yeah, it's a good looking engine. So it's quite heavy, so I'm going to stick it on the balance. Let's just get that teared up properly. Let's have a look. There we go, 357 grams. Not bad. So from my research on the net, it appears this seems to be from 1994. I'm sure there's someone out there who can confirm or deny that. So let's just give it a run across some of these points. It's definitely still got a bit of noise, but now I've cleaned it out, I will give it a running in the session to see if we can quieten that down. Lights working? Yeah, lights working. Yeah, that's all right over the points. So I'll give it a load, give it a quick spin round and see how it goes. Back in a moment. So here we are, down on the main track. Took me a little while to find some rolling stock with compatible couplings. It's not something I use very much, and took me a little while to find them. But yeah, she's running nicely. It was an ear-bending screech when I first tried it. But now, not a problem. Nicely geared and everything. Not bad. According to the paperwork, these were used up until 1924. According to this, and maximum speed of 60 kilometers an hour. There you go. I think it's quite nicely geared. I suspect that noise will quieten down a bit with time. Usually does with these. But yeah, big fan of the old Fleischmann steamers. So there she is, the Fleischmann 4094, or that's the model number. I've got a few Fleischmann tank engines now, and they're fantastic. They are really good. Considering they usually go for around 30 to 35 quid. And this one was even cheaper somehow. Probably because it was a bit of a screecher, but all it needed was some oil, a bit of grease. And you can tell now it runs nicely. Yes, they've all got that little bit of noise due to the motor, but it's a great motor. So have you got one of these? You're a fan of the old Fleischmann steamers? I mean, the diesels are good as well, but they're, you know, a bit boring, aren't they, compared to these? So let us know what you think. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.